I'm here just to go through what navigating the portal would look like for your very first time. So this is the web page. So this is the home page, sorry. So if you were to find us on Google or any search engine, I would just type in ACE qualifications and you should be able to find us pretty easily. It's acequalifications.co.uk. And so if you were looking at enrolling onto a course, you can find all the information about the specific courses down here. I'm not going to go through that today, but if you were to register and enroll, the first thing that you need to do is to go to register. So if I click here, now this button here, this is also the login button. So if you're coming back, that's where you would click as well, register or login. So the registration page here, this is for any new learners. If you're wanting to enroll onto a course, you'd have to do this before you can enroll onto it. Now there's other ways of getting onto the courses. So you could go via this way. And if you want to choose a course, you can go to take this course. It will then send you to that registration page, but it will just take you there automatically. So there's different ways of getting there. But if I just go back to the register page, so as I said, this page here, this is for new users. Don't get confused if you're coming back once you've enrolled. What you'll need to do is register, login, but then click to log in because you already have an account. Try not to re-register again and again. Nothing bad happens. It's just you're registering as a new person, not getting back onto your profile, and that's not going to be where your course is. So make sure once you have registered and you've enrolled onto a course, then you would go on to log in. So here you've got your username. You can identify yourself by using your username or email address. I would suggest using your email address just because it's easier to make sure that you've got it correct. And your password. Now, it will ask for a really strong password. So even if it lets you get away with a medium strength one, it will then later on ask you for a strong password. So it's probably just easier just to make sure that it's a strong password just to start off with. Now I'm going to log in. I've got various logins as test learners. And if I can remember my password, that's a good test, isn't it? That's massively long. So then, yeah, I've logged straight in and I am here on my profile. You can see that my profile is now highlighted. Now you can also see your courses. If you were to click to my courses once you've logged in, you can see which courses I've enrolled to or onto as my test learner. I'm going to go back to my profile, and here's my 3 courses that I've enrolled onto, all photography. And you'll be able to see which ones I've started. You can see the little green bar, and there's a drop down menu. You can see how much of your course you've progressed onto. So here, this is one that I've actually done and started, and I can see all the assignments that I have submitted as that user. So if I'm going into my course, I can resume my lesson, and that will take me to where I left off, or I can just click my course. Either which way, it will take me there. So here's my front page. I've got a little bit of a guidance if you would like some kind of an idea of how long you should be taking if you want to finish in a set time. And here you've got the chat feature as well, if you would like to use the portal to get in touch with me. So not necessarily everybody has Facebook, and if you want a way of getting in touch, now you can always email me, you can Facebook message me, it's up to you. The chat it is just manned by me, so I'm not on here, you know, 24/7. So what happens is if you use the chat feature, you can just type it in like a text box. What happens is when you send that, I get a email notification, and then the next time I'm on the computer, I will log on and answer that chat. So it doesn't get to me necessarily any quicker, but if you don't have, if you want to allow your learner to do that rather than email me, it's just another way of getting in touch. So I'm going to go back to my course. So there's those two menu buttons there at the top. So here you can see the course content and all the modules. So far with the photography courses, we've got 2 modules out of the 10 uploaded so far. As you know, it's a new course, started in September. So the module's going to be drip fed throughout the year. If you're just starting, the course will be written in time if you wish to complete within the year. So each module will be coming, a new module, will be uploaded every month. So now what do we do? So basically you're starting from the top. You can see my little green arrows. That tells me where I am at. But if I go back just to show you, to start from the beginning, you can see again the menu bar to one side. Here's indexing all the modules that are there so far. You can easily see which ones you've ticked off. So I'm just going to work my way through. I can see there's drop down menus that you can click on. Start from the beginning. Now the first couple of things you're going to be doing is the terms and conditions and the learner ID. It's a great way of being able to have an understanding of how to upload your work. So that's one thing, and it gets the kind of like boring admin-y stuff done out of the way. I can approve those. I keep a lookout for those that come into my assignments to be approved and try and get those ticked off as soon as possible. If ever you're waiting on it and you're sat here at the computer wanting to move on, do feel free to just send me a message, and most of the time I'm able to jump on and approve it pretty quickly. So here is the terms and conditions. You can download a copy onto your computer. You can print it out and fill it in by hand, or you can complete it electronically, save it onto your computer, and then you just upload your assignment here, and then you can move on to the next topic. Once it's approved by me, you'll be able to get onto the next section. So again, exactly the same format. You'll be uploading your assignment. If you click browse, you'll be able to choose the folder from your computer and then just click upload. And then you can just work your way through. So that's the first introduction, and here there's a little exemplar of a digital portfolio for module 1. Just to give you an idea, these are the exemplars that are in the workbook. So yeah, that might help you. And you can see for each lesson, you're just going to be marking it complete. So I'm just going to mark it so that you can understand or see what it would look like. You'll just tick it, mark complete, and then go, and it takes you on to the next step. So here we've got module 1. Now the modules split up into 6 lessons, and that makes it handy if you are trying to follow it term time. I know all home ed families kind of approach their work completely differently, and approach how they space out their work or create a timetable for themselves. Everyone's different, but some people do like to keep to termly sessions. So that's why it's split up into 6, and you're able to work your way through each lesson individually. So you've got the lesson. You can download it as a PDF if you wish. You can watch it online and go through your pages. And where there's a lesson. Let me go back to the first page. Where can I find a lesson? Must be a lesson here somewhere. Now, rather than scrolling up and down, you can make this full size, so that's a little bit nicer to see on the screen. There we go. So again, you see my cursor just changed there. These are the lessons. So if you were to click that, it will take you straight to YouTube. It will open it up as a new tab, so you won't lose where you left off from. So that's one way of navigating all the lessons. Or if you want to, I'm just going to close that down. You can go onto YouTube right at the beginning here. There's a link to the playlist. So for example, some people might not want to watch lesson by lesson. They might want to download the whole of the module. So you can do that by just downloading this PDF here. You can see there's 37 pages, so that's the whole of module 1. And that's good if you have a learner that would like to see the module work in paper format in front of them. Different learners, I know probably I would like to have it in paper format in front of me. Depends how you like to learn and see the information. And so if you've downloaded the whole thing, you might not want to then have to navigate your way through to the lessons. So in that case, you could just click here. That will take you to the YouTube, and there's just a whole playlist put together so that you can work your way through the different lessons. It's just another way of accessing the course. I know initially it might seem a little bit confusing and overwhelming, but by having these different ways of accessing, hopefully I'll be able to suit different learners' learning styles and how they want to access that information. So as I said, the very first one of the module, you'll be able to download the whole module workbook, or you can work through lesson by lesson, and then you just click mark complete and it will take you on to the next lesson and the next lesson. Now if I go to the last lesson, so that's lesson 6, an assignment upload, at the bottom here again there's an area for you to upload your work. So you'll be completing your work. Now if you're doing photography, for example, you may have a physical sketchbook or it might be completely electronic. Either way, you need to have an electronic portfolio. So if you have a physical sketchbook, you need to scan in your pages or take clear photographs of your pages and then put it together in one document. The software or the program that you use for that is completely and utterly up to you. It's whatever you and your learner feels the most comfortable using, whether that's PowerPoint, Canva. I would probably opt not for Word, although we do have some learners putting their photos and their images in Word, but it is designed, more for text. I would probably advise either PowerPoint or Pages. If you're using Apple, you can, or if you're using the iPad, or Canva is what I'd suggest. And Canva have a free version, which I think I'll be doing a tutorial on as well. So hopefully that makes it a little bit clearer on how to navigate your way through. So as I said, if you want to remove that so you've got a larger area on the screen to be able to see your pages, or you want to see where you are, let's move on to the next one so you can see again. So now we're on to module 2. Here's the whole download for the whole module. There's a little checklist here that you might find handy to print off and then tick as you go through and make sure that you're covering everything. This is basically a simplified outline of the outcomes, your tasks, or just mark complete and just work your way through lesson by lesson, watching the videos as you go. And again, so here we go, we've got a YouTube tutorial. You can click on that, which will take you directly to it, or on the whole module download, there's a link here to the playlist on YouTube as well. I hope that's clear. If anyone's having any issues, you can always email me. It's quite a lot to take in in just one video, but hopefully this will be able to give you a bit of an insight in how to navigate your course. So all your progression is saved, and if I was to go back to my profile, here are my courses. I can log out, and when I log back in, remembering to click login. Oh, I didn't. Oh, actually, this is a good thing to explain. So I've entered my password incorrectly. Well, I hit enter before I even put it in. So there's a little bit that's come popped up below, and this is where I can reset my password if I have completely forgotten it. But let's go to Test Learner 16. And if you click remember me, that will just remember your username and password on the computer. It might be useful for you. And again, so if I click here, it will show me where I got up to. I hope that helps. I'm Debs. Please do get in touch if you need any other help.